to your EcoBank account. That can only be done at a branch or at www.ecobank.com. So don't let anyone tell you that they want to upgrade or link your Ghana card to your EcoBank account and they want to do that face to face or online with you. No, don't do that. And do not share your PIN. Do not share your details. Never give the 16 digits or any number on your bank card to anyone. Avoid any calls or messages that request you click a link. Report any suspicious SMS, email or phone call to the EcoBank contact center and delete such messages at once. If you're in doubt or you feel insecure, call EcoBank Contact Center on 0800 003225. It's still free. We're bringing you sports conversation on what has been happening in sports shortly. Zonda Ghana Limited is happy to be part of Kickoff as well as Shell V-Power. At Zonda Ghana Limited, your one-stop shop for quality trucks like Shantui bulldozers, excavators, graders, payloaders, rollers, power pickups, TX trucks, oil tanks. They're all made and assembled right here in Ghana. Zonda Ghana Limited, we don't only create opportunities and empower people, we also provide top-notch after-sales service for all your heavy and light-duty trucks as well as machinery needs. We have 7 branches in the country. Visit us. Our head office is off the Tema Plow Road, close to the Free Zones Enclave. This is the number to call, 050-177-2222. You can also call 050-177-3333. Zonda, built in Ghana and building Ghana. Now, when it comes to unleashing your car's full potential, Shell V-Power is the only fuel that can deliver unbeatable performance. With its advanced cleaning power, V-Power protects your engine from performance-robbing deposits, ensuring optimal performance. So why settle for anything less? Fuel up with Shell V-Power and make your engine unbeatable. Shell, go well.
Now you juggle me up and down. Tell me waiting they happen now. Tell me waiting they happen now. We used to vibe, you my only one. Now you juggle me up and down. Oh, tell me waiting they happen now. You not say I did try.
Susu Graham is in, Nathan Kwao is in, Nana Tufo Boajing is in as well. A lot has been happening on the EPL side of things, right?
100%.
I was in a meeting, there was a television on, and I got distracted because Mo Salah scored a goal that caught my attention, yeah?
I mean, he just can't stop scoring.
Salah.
I mean,
Mo Salah.
If you look at the numbers, this is his most productive season in terms of goals and assists per minute.
Right.
So
per minute.
If you remember his first season when he joined Liverpool, he scored 32 goals in the league and 44 goals overall. And he's looking on course to better that right now because he's going crazy this season.
He's a goal machine.
He's a machine, proper machine. So
right
now, if you are doing your FPL and you don't have Mo Salah in your team, you are really slacking. You are really slacking.
So it was a very eventful weekend for soccer aficionados. Much was happening.
I would say Man City got back to winning ways. They haven't won in a while. So, but it just shows how bad Leicester are and how difficult the job Ruud van Nistelrooy has, because everyone has been beating Man City in the last few weeks, but they were the only ones who just couldn't manage to do it. So
wow,
it's not looking good for Leicester at all.
Interesting. And what other games came up this weekend? Who were the coaches? What were the fallouts? Are fans happy? What are people saying?
Well, one of the big news items was not actually a match. It was Bukayo Saka's injury. So he had to come off in one of Arsenal's recent games. I believe it was the one.
It was at Palace.
Exactly, the one at Crystal Palace. He had to come off in the 24th minute, and it has become apparent that he's torn his hamstring. So he's going to be missing for 2 to 3 months, if not more. And with Arsenal trying to catch Liverpool, trying to chase Liverpool down, they are currently 9 points behind Liverpool. There's a lot of work to do, and you want your best player to be fit and firing. And without Bukayo Saka, you think Arsenal might just not have enough to do it, and it will be very disappointing because you've seen them come second in the last 2 seasons. So it's almost like with Man City not playing well, this was their year, but it seems like Bukayo Saka's hamstring has just decided that it's not to be.
But what happened to West Ham though?
They sacked David Moyes, because they wanted a more progressive coach. They wanted to try and do something a bit more interesting. They hired Julian Lopetegui, who has a decent CV. I mean, he's won the Europa League with Sevilla. He's a former Spain manager. In fact, he lost the Spain job because Real Madrid wanted him to become the manager, and he didn't inform the FA properly, and the FA sacked him out of principle. Real Madrid subsequently sacked him. So he's had a up and down career. He was also at Wolves, so he's a decent coach, but it just doesn't seem to be working. And West Ham they look horrible. They are one of the worst teams in the league, but luckily for them, a lot of teams are doing a lot worse. Because even though we are here talking about how bad West Ham are, somehow they're above Manchester United. So it
That says a lot,
it
doesn't it?
says how bad Manchester United have been this season. If we are talking about Lopetegui as one of the worst coaches in the league, and he's still above Manchester United, though they have a game in hand. So
5-0 was bad.
I mean, they've had a lot of bad games. It just
It was 5-2 to us now.
yeah, there's a lot of they just there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no consistency in what they do. They don't defend well. They don't attack well. It's just very difficult to watch. And I know the West Ham fans wanted a change of coach. They were kind of getting bored with David Moyes. But I think they wish they had David Moyes back right now.
Wow, that's interesting. But how is Arsenal coping without Saka though?
I mean, so far so good. They've had one game so far and they've won it, if I remember correctly. That was against Ipswich Town.
Yeah.
So they won that 1-0. I mean, it wasn't a stellar performance, but as long as you're winning the games, who cares how well you're playing? So far so good, but we'll see how things go because we're about halfway through the season. So
Yeah, we're exactly halfway through.
Yeah.
19 games played, 19 games left.
19 to go.
Yeah.
Right. So how many games are we having today? What are some of the fixtures for today? I see Aston Villa with Brighton.
Yeah, Aston Villa face Brighton, Ipswich will
Ipswich,
take on Chelsea,
Chelsea.
and Manchester United face Newcastle.
How is Chelsea doing this time around?
pretty good actually. Things seem to have turned around
Are
because
they making Howard proud?
small. So if you look at 2023,
Yeah.
I think only in Europe's top 5 leagues, only 4 teams won less games. They won about 10 games, was it 6 games or something like that in the whole of 2023 in the Premier League.
They're second on the table.
But no, right now they are third, I believe.
They've moved,
No,
yeah.
they are fourth.
Chelsea
They are
is
fourth.
fourth.
They are fourth. Yeah,
They've
they are
dropped
fourth.
down.
Yeah, because they've not won any
With
of their
35
last
points.
2 games. So they picked 1 point from their last 2. So they drew against Everton 0-0, and then they lost 2-1 to Fulham. So they've not picked up points in their last few games. But
Surprisingly,
let's talk about Nottingham Forest. I think
Tell
we should
me
give
about
them
them.
credit. They are second, halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And they were a relegation candidate last season. They had a points deduction. Everyone thought that, look, they will have a tough relegation battle this season. But now they are looking at the Champions League places. And with 37 points after 19 games, I expect them to get into Europe next season. What I'm wondering is, will it be in the Conference League, will it be in the Europa League, or will it be the Holy Grail of the Champions League? So Nottingham Forest are a team to watch for real because they are really doing things.
Now,
they're playing really, really, really well.
so
really
Man City
well
will
under
come up against
manager.
Newcastle later today. That's
Man
at 8.
United.
Man United. Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
I
Man
got
City
it.
played
Yeah,
over the weekend.
Right. And what is your expectation? What are your projections? How do you think this game will go?
That's a tough one because Newcastle, they are more consistent at home. Away from home, they are not the same proposition. At home, they are very good. I don't think they've lost at home in. It could be close to a year. They are that good at home, but away from home is really where the things start to get sticky for them. But Manchester United are just, you don't know who will turn up. Luckily for them, they are creating chances, but they're not finishing chances, which is a problem. But I mean, the fundamentals seem to be a bit better under Ruben Amorim, but some of the same problems that cost Erik ten Hag, which was the players' inability to finish, seem to be rearing their ugly heads. So I can understand why Manchester United fans would be concerned. But if Ineos are actually committed to the project, they are willing to back Ruben Amorim and go the distance with him, I think things will turn out well.
For Manchester?
Yeah, I think Amorim has shown there's something there, but sometimes it looks like the players are just not executing at the level they should execute,
I see.
which is 2 different things. But I'm also of the view sometimes that as a coach, you need to be pragmatic and understand the weaknesses of your players and not try to overextend them. Because if they are not able to execute, that's on you for asking too much of them. So there's 2 sides to the argument. That are the players good enough, or is the coach asking too much of the players?
But
So-
it's so. I agree with Susu to a large extent, but at the same time, you ask yourself, so how long will managers keep bending to, the will of the players?
But
right?
we're in a sporting director of football era where managers don't buy players as much anymore.
Yeah.
That they have players bought for them. So if the players who are bought for you can't execute, it looks like you
Yeah,
will
but
have to kind of.
That's true. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just asking myself that. So for Ruben Amorim, what does he do now? Does he now look at his players and say, "Let me craft a style that suits them"? But then, when do you now start implementing what your ideal plan is? You get it, and I kind of
Yeah.
feel Erik ten Hag suffered it because in the first season it worked. And then the second season when he wanted to like move the team away.
But you see, in Ten Hag's case, I don't have sympathy because Ten Hag got
Of
a
course,
lot of backing.
of course.
He
That is
chose
true.
the players.
That is
so if
true.
the players couldn't execute, it means
Then that
his
is all
talent
on him,
ID
yes.
was low. I think in Amorim's case, he might be kind of making the players, putting them through their paces, overextending them, might be the best way to see who can survive
fits and who doesn't.
Because if he kind of, hides them, he won't know who he has to
That
replace.
is
So I think maybe in his case, he needs to go all out, stick to his philosophy. We'll see who can sink, we can see who will swim, and then the sinkers out of the club. I think that's the way you should.
But it will be a tough game. It will be a very tough game for Man United.
Newcastle are not easy.
And Newcastle are not easy to beat. So she talks about Newcastle's inconsistency away from home. That is true. But they are coming up again against Man United, who tactically are still struggling to get to grips in terms of what the new manager is trying to get them. Eddie Howe and his Newcastle team are far, far more advanced in terms of an understanding of their ability and what they want to do. So you've got to look at Newcastle and believe that they can actually walk away from this game with all 3 points, or at worst a point for them.
All right, so that will be for kickoff. Thank you, Susu Graham and Nathan Crow.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years now? I just got awarded the deal. But the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, fuel pickups, 4-land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks, made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sale service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office? Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks, located at Tema, off their Flower Road. Call 0501-772-222 or 0501-773-333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell. Go well.
Yasakofa fufrabo, pepe powder, peko jawo. Sankofa pepe powder, sankofa pepe powder, sankofa pepe powder. ATN hawo, kopeta niya potoyowa. Sankofa got you covered. Go for sankofa pepe powder. Sankofa pepe powder. Abuna abonje krakra. Sankofa pepe powder. Red and hot, very natural. Sankofa pepe powder. Chinchinga and Nambia. Sankofa pepe powder. Noodles, Ghana jollo. Sankofa pepe powder. Esisia nete. Sankofa pepe powder. Sankofa pepe powder. Sankofa pepe powder. Sankofa pepe powder.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This ad is not about how convenient or easy to use the Affinity app is, or how accessible and affordable our loans are, or not having to worry about monthly or transaction fees. Yes, banking without fees. This ad is about a community of entrepreneurs, individuals, young people, and you, the go-getter. And Affinity, providing the necessary services and tools to help simplify daily banking tasks and grow your business. Easy and accessible. Because banking doesn't have to be an inconvenience. With Affinity, you're in. To get the app and apply for loans, dial *229# or go to affinityghana.com.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2025 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Africa is growing. Africa is connecting through trade, business, family, and the knowledge we acquire across borders. Africa is becoming one continent without borders. Own it with GCB Bank, using PAPS, the one money transfer that connects us all. Available in Nigeria,
Ghana,
Sierra Leone,
Liberia,
Guinea,
Gambia,
Kenya,
Malawi,
Djibouti,
Rwanda, Zambia,
and Zimbabwe.
And remember, PAPS is now available on the GCB mobile app.
Call toll free 0800 422 422 or visit any GCB branch for more information.
This is a GCB and PAPS partnership.
GCB, your bank for life.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Humble, willing, and able girls. Citi 97.3. Dedicated to my stable girls.
It's a one-mic jam.
She's busy waiting for somebody. She's not easy, won't give in to anybody. for chess and concentrate with London. Come fiesta, my boss, I question Croydon. 4 years now, me hear me off your wedding. Boys, fashion off, now I'm bedding. That's a thing with you, I know, baby, Sada. Watch a chin around, or pen you ran out of a papa. We see from the name, the word, Sham, or Shane Prada. Or I'm Beyonce, and so you're the identity, who is a gaga. Wara, wana, Koyane, Kala, Kama, Hana, Kama, Fanyane, Basa, never, pay with Dala, money, Halane, Wakasati, Papa, Sonia, Daka. Tagwatch on number $100 bill. So that's myself a command on your friend on so when you put one for cash up the man and so Jimmy went for 2 bonity on pen now. So now you may be a psychologist. She me sick as a economist. Only me dream from a rheumatologist apart from the just be one and a gynecologist. Me didn't pay the kind of melodies. Me mammy sing here, I'm trying apologies. Send me don't have a feeling, madam, I'm a fair June, I'm in a bit cheese as I'm
Let's go.
It's 42 after 7, 97.3 Citi FM. Skype. It's the birthday of Nikki Anita Obeng. You're the CEO at Food at Little Woods. Food at Little Woods, Kanda from Jimmy. Wishing you a very, very happy birthday. 0549986996 is the number you can share your dedications, your comments, what's on your mind with us. And we are happy to share them with the rest of the world. This morning, there are a lot of things on my mind. I'm trying to distill them into talking points for us to have conversation. My brothers are still in the studio with me. Nathan Neo Bodai Kwao, Nanatufo Boating. And, so the Supreme Court ruled over this was like Friday, right? On the election, the recollation of some of the things. So the High Court will be... there will be a hearing tomorrow. We'll bring you voices on all that. The Speaker of Parliament has also been speaking about the MPs elect, those whose seats have been challenged, about their eligibility and all of that. The parties at one of the constituencies where results were supposed to be rerun at a polling station have also been speaking. So we'll get into all those details and everything. Now, on the back of our transition, we are in a period of transition, a new government is coming and all that. We've been hearing that party thugs and goons or people alleging to be party members, masquerading themselves as party members, have been attacking state installations here and there. And looking also at how over the period there's been this perception that people leave office and they've looted state resources, state property, and they are hiding them. So now party people feel emboldened to go under the clock of recovering state property. They're doing all of that. I've been thinking about all that and contrasting that with the stories I read about Jimmy Carter, who's 100. The late Jimmy Carter, who's died at 100, and how he left office, the high office of presidency in the most powerful nation in the world, and went back to the farmstead, went back to his 2-bedroom house on the farm, went back to farming. I thought that was interesting. I was wondering, will this happen here? I know people go back to farming when they do, but I think that we've not had conversations about how people should handle life after office. And also because a lot of the times we try to stigmatize, I don't know. I mean, people will troll. There'll be that fanfare and all those things. But when you look at the life of politicians after they've left office, sometimes it's very telling. Some go back to their practice of law, especially for those who have professions like that. But a lot of them who are career politicians, then you realize that all along their lifestyle was funded by the trappings of office or what comes out of office, right? How should people who lose elections, who are defeated in elections, what kind of life should they be living thereafter? Looking at the story of Jimmy Carter and how his time in office is actually not the thing everyone is talking about. Is after his life, post office,
Yeah.
that everyone is talking about. It's one thing I like to hear from Ghanaians. I don't know if I'm communicating my thoughts in a more articulate manner, but the other thing, though, is tomorrow is 31st. Wednesday is the 1st of January 2025. And I think that there are a lot of things we've done well that we must carry over into 2025.
Yeah.
There are some things that we've done so very well that are great. But there are a number of things too that we've almost normalized, that I want to really, really get Ghanaians to be aware that, Charlie, these things, we should try and end them in 2024. We shouldn't cross over to 2024 with some of these. There are things that a semester, like a hammer, for a very long time. And I want to discuss that with you, my brothers in the studio. Listeners, you can chip in how we got here. For example, I feel that our country is very filthy.
To a large extent, yes.
Like, let's just be, it's filthy. I don't know if we are dirty and our environment is reflecting what we have, but that might be just too harsh. People will not like to hear that. But I think
isn't that the basic truth?
They don't like to be told things like that. You have to say it nice. Our city...
Well, saying it's nice solve the problem.
I don't know. Because we've become very comfortable. You go to the market and places are very dirty. You're driving and you find heaps of refuse, dislodged at, traffic intersections. And the understanding is that, the waste collection companies will come and pick them. So if it's there for an hour, 2, 3, and the business day has started, it's just there.
But isn't there a proper way of collecting this garbage while you wait for the waste collector to come pick it up?
So that you don't even have to dislodge the waste on the pavement, for example.
I see where you're talking about. Listen, when you get to the traffic intersection at Tiptoe Lane Circle,
It's
dawn.
terrible, man.
We drive past there at dawn.
And Ganesha too.
It's sickening.
I don't understand.
That's true. Like, what kind of mindsets do we have as a people?
It's a place that always...
It's like you've literally brought garbage from your house or your shop or wherever it is, and you've dropped it on the pavement at the traffic intersection. That's what the waste collector will come for it.
Yeah.
At what time? And by the time it gets there, who would have gotten sick as a result of what you have done?
We are having cholera outbreak in this season, are we not? And some would say, so it's a two-way thing where you have the behavioral part of it, where people subconsciously just, litter without a care. And then the other point is that, okay, so if I do not want to litter, have you provided the structures for me to dispose of my things properly? But this morning, my gripe here really is
Do you keep a bin next to your bed?
You don't.
But sometimes you eat on the bed.
Well, sometimes you eat in the bedroom.
Do you dispose of just on the floor in the room because you don't have a bin in your room?
You don't do that.
Carry same mindset outside.
You get it. Because, sometimes in order not to even attract cockroaches and all those things, you try not to be eating in certain spaces like your bedroom and all those things. But for some reason, this happens to us a lot. And you see, why I am very concerned about the attitudinal part before we get to even the infrastructure part and the role of local government institutions, MMDAs and all that is, you go for a funeral.
Yeah.
Observe how people conduct themselves when they are served with water, when they are given packs of food. Go for a birthday party. Go for even church events or religious events. I was telling you earlier about the Ramadan festival that happened at the Independence Square, and sometimes church conventions. We're doing reports, and the reporter is standing in filth, reporting about something that is happened, a meeting that's supposed to be of righteous, holy people, and I feel like we don't really reflect enough the virtues that we extol.
True.
And it doesn't show in our environment. I feel it starts from our mindset. We really need to leave this thing behind in 2024, where you've drank water, next thing you've thrown the bottle away.
Yeah.
I used to really get very upset, but these days I see it and I'm like, they will just say,
and that's where the danger is. You see,
understand?
We'll begin to normalize the abnormal stuff, and then it comes back to haunt us at the end of the day. Listen, just yesterday, there was a party in my neighborhood, right? And it looks like people did their usual takeaway. But my suspicion is that when they left the party, they were eating on their way.
While they were going.
So it looks like they finished eating when they got to my gate.
I woke up this morning to leave home, and there's so many empty takeaway packs in front of my gate. I'm like,
what's going on here?
And you see, it tells you that, okay, this person couldn't have held on to the empty pack till they got to their house to dispose of it properly. No, they didn't. And there's one thing, if you've noticed, if you pull out your bin to the front of your house waiting for the garbage truck to come pick up, if it delays,
people will
the next moment
someone
will
will
come and dump theirs into yours.
Charlie, I'm more canzoni banku.
It's I don't know.
It's not even like banana peels or sachet water they are dropping, or they like proper, refuse with ashes and things. Then they just keep heaping it and heaping it and heaping it. I've also noticed that people still do a lot of open defecation in our city.
Yeah.
I was taking a walk around Tessano, and you see there was this big drain. Before I knew it, like somebody's dad or Charlie. Sorry, it's too early. It's not yet 8. let me tone down on that part. But I think that, and I you see, I was talking about the social engineering part, the software aspect of this. If you watch the election campaign period when people were campaigning, how they use the tool of storytelling, audiovisual to impact the decision and choices that people make. I feel that really, as we go into 2025, any government, whether local or central, must invest in, social campaigns on our attitude, especially with respect to discipline on our roads, with respect to driving, cleanliness, sanitation. And the other thing I think Ghanaians have become known for, that is a bit embarrassing. We'll talk about the positives, of course, we will do that. They say that everywhere a Ghanaian is, or any event a Ghanaian must show up, we are always late.
Maybe we should change that GMT to AMT or something.
The AMT is what?
American man time.
No, but they say we are always late. I don't know if you've heard that. Like,
for those of us who also work as MCs,
yes.
I mean, you observe that a lot, and it's sometimes it's just heartbreaking. But I keep saying that if we're paying for time, if we're charging per time, or people are paying for time, and people are paying for delays, it will go a lot. You see that the fact
like
that
if
it's not costing
on if we're charging on hourly basis, right?
Yes,
that's so true.
It's not costing them. You understand? So they can afford to delay, and they can afford to be late. But if you are paying for every second you are late, every second you delay, you get, if you're paying physically, because of course productively there's a cost implication. But if you're paying physically out of pocket for time wasted,
you will feel it.
Any delays,
you will feel it.
You will feel it, and you will change.
As for the latest, like, it's become part of us. We are so inert. So we
An
don't
event
even
is advertised for 12 noon, and it's starting at 4 p.m. Like, which sane country does this?
I decided
you have nothing else doing. So between 12 and 3 hours wasted just sitting there waiting for the event to start. It makes no sense.
It's bad.
It's simply because there are no consequences.
That's what I'm saying.
There are no consequences.
It should be costed. People should pay
for
hard
example,
cash
that's the
for
thing.
wasting people's time.
Yes. For example, if you were paid by the hour and you came to work 1 hour late or 2 hours late and it was docked from your wage, if it happens to you a few times, you change.
You will learn your lesson.
You learn your lesson because time is money. If you had to go for a meeting or you were trying to sort out one deal or the other, and you went there late and the contract got cancelled on you a few times, you change. It's simply because there are no consequences to the things we do. It is why. So you see, when people say that, oh, Ghanaians are late, I disagree, because if people leave this system and put them in a different context, how are they able to conform?
They conform.
How are Ghanaians able to live in places and they are waking up at 5 a.m. because they have to catch the 5:10 bus? Because if you miss the 5:10 bus, you don't get to work at 6. Your supervisor gets upset, and there's a consequence. It's simply because nothing of that sort happens. So we don't pay for lateness. Event organizers have their way. They say event is starting at 12. You get there at 11:45, sometimes 12 on the dot. It doesn't start till 2, 3, 4 hours later. What do you get? We are sorry for the late start.
And that's
Let the show continue.
Apologies. No, it gets to embarrassing levels, you know. And let me just cite this example where when Rwanda and we're talking about, you know, there are journalists from other African countries. We were all there, and they said, oh, the easiest way to know you are dealing with Ghanaians is they will show up late for an event. And I took offense, and I was asking this lady whether throughout our stay we ever showed up late, and she was like, no. But then she's cool with Ghanaians at ALU, and any time they had projects, any time there was class, the Ghanaians always showed up late. And so it's become almost like one of our attributes. If you're dealing with Ghanaians, yes, they are hospitable, they are very warm and all, but be very, very sure that they will be late for every event. So if you go to the embassies, if you are doing any work there, they will give you time like 3 hours early because they know that you will come a bit later if they give you the actual time. Ghanaians, I don't know how we can deal with this one. I don't know if it's part of our DNA or something, but it's something. It's something.
It should cost you something.
It's something.
You see, that's what I think. If there's a price tag to it, people will change. Listen, if you have a visa appointment at the U.S. Embassy, do you know the time people go and queue out there? So it's like you are preparing yourself for the abroche because there you have to conform.
Because as you would know, the same Ghanaians who are always late here, they won't miss
that. Why?
Okay, maybe
have
when
you
they go there,
the consequences,
the benefits, or the rewards, missing their bus and
so when you miss it 1, 2, 3 times, and you pay for it either by you get to work late, there's a query, or you get fired, or you miss a critical appointment, it will change. But you see, whilst we do all of that, I also think there's something that on the side of the state must be done. We really need to do better in 2025 onwards in terms of how we move people about. We need to have serious conversations about
transportation.
Transportation. Maybe the state of the roads.
It's chaotic.
Because it's one thing getting people to change their attitude, and the attitude change is critical. It must happen. But I also feel that sometimes people actually and genuinely want to get to a certain place early, but they just don't have the facilities to do so. Either
it's not predictable.
It's not predictable. So we also need to bring some predictability in our mobility, in our transportation. We need to figure out a way of getting it to be timed, because I've visited places where you know that the next bus or train arrives in 5 minutes and it is there in
right
5
on
minutes.
time.
There's you hop on a train, you are told this journey is lasting 3 hours, blah blah blah, and that is it. So we also need to think long and hard about what we are going to do in terms of transportation. A few months ago, the vice president,
the electric buses,
and
10
all
came
of that.
down. We're told 100 was supposed to come.
So we haven't done that. So I'm asking, with the 10 that came down, did we ever do the pilot?
Have you seen them in town?
I haven't.
I saw pictures online, but I don't know if they are still running.
Did we ever do the pilot?
The piloting, I think, has been done.
Okay, did we learn anything from the pilot? What's the report? What happened? What did we learn out of it? So based on that pilot, what are we doing to ensure that we can have some uniformity in terms of people's movements? If I live at Ashaiman and I'm coming to Citi FM and I have to get here at 6, so I have to get here at 5:30 because I read the 6 a.m. news. When do I leave home? Right?
Can you predict that?
Can I predict that if I take the 5:10 bus, I can get here in 40 minutes or 45 minutes?
That's where I differ a bit with regards to the predictability, because you see, you have options, and you know the situation and the country in which you are. You get it? So if you want to make it on time, you can make it on time. You get it? It's just that it will cost you as a person, because then now you have to lose some sleep to be able to wake up early to catch an early bus.
Much earlier.
Much earlier.
True, but what about those? Okay, so what about those, for example, who don't have to leave home at 4 a.m., right? Due to one circumstance or another. Maybe they have kids that they need to attend to, and now they have to leave home at, say, 6 a.m. or 6:30, right? Because in Ghana, we've seen that the difference between traffic and no traffic is a 5-minute window. Once you miss that 5-minute window, you go bet the traffic inside.
Like I was saying to Adam of the sports desk earlier, you know, he lives close to me. He had come in quite early this morning, and we were all wondering. He was explaining that he had to set off early because he couldn't afford the early morning traffic. And I was saying, well, that's true. If you open your window and you see the sun, go back to sleep. You're already late.
You know that
you're already late.
Very, very late, right?
So if you open your window and you see the sun, I mean, go back to sleep. You're late. But I mean, what Nathan is saying is true. What I can add on is that no serious country has developed with one mode of transportation only.
That's correct.
I think we are too fixated on road transport in this country.
That's true.
And we are committing almost all
so
the
much
resources
to road infrastructure.
Listen, imagine if we had a central rail line from Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, Paga.
My goodness.
Imagine this was existent and functioning properly. Do you know how many people would have even left Accra
to go to, say, Eastern region somewhere and work in Accra?
Because they know I can catch the early morning train, and worst case scenario, in an hour I am in Accra, I can get to the office. You get it?
Yeah.
What happens to water transport? Imagine you land at Kotoka International Airport. There is a bus that ferries you to Jamestown, where you can sit
straight
on
up
a boat
in Cape Coast.
to Cape Coast, Takrady.
Whenever Axim,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It reduces time spent on the road. It reduces pressure on the road.
So that the longevity, the lifespan of the road is longer than we have it to be now.
And then you give people options. And this will cut down time spent traveling and, of course, increase productivity.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, if you properly develop it, then you're boosting tourism on the side as well.
That's true. That's true. Look, we're having conversations about things we think should not enter 2025. And we are looking at what we need to be doing on an individual level as Ghanaians. And then we are, of course, looking at what the country, the state must be doing. So certainly the next administration under Mahama must be looking at the infrastructure network, but it must be a good mix of, you know, investments in air, land, rail, road, water. It must be a Taliban is Scanaway. That's the big conversation.
Well, I mean, we'll keep saying
Scanaway, but how much 2 billion on feasibility studies for air train, or is it 2 million or 2 billion?
You see, we keep saying that Scanaway, but when the government gets its priorities,
when they are really serious, we will find the money.
When they want to do something,
they do it.
They do it. They do it. No excuses.
Yeah.
And like I mean, my boss will always say that, well, we can always make excuses, but the work must be done.
Yeah.
You get it?
I know. It's an interesting one. We want to hear from you. 0549 986 996, 0549 986 996. So far, we've spoken about filth. We've spoken about lateness. And the lateness has taken us into our transport mix and all of that. I'll come to the gentleman to tell me what they think we should leave behind in 2024. Some of you have sent your messages. If you're yet to do that, 0549 986 996 is the number. You can share via WhatsApp what you think we do well and we should continue to do, what we must stop to get to where we want to get to. Just some quick important announcement for you while we are still at it. Merry Christmas from all of us at Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank says enjoy the festive season with the support of Zenith Bank's bouquet of electronic banking products and services. Remember to use our digital banking channels for quick and easy access to your money. Also dial *966# for easy banking or use the Zenith mobile banking app Z Mobile to carry out your banking transactions anytime, anywhere. We wish you a joyous Christmas celebration. Zenith Bank, certainly in your best interest. Make the holidays unforgettable. Treat your family and friends to a celebration at the African Regent Hotel. Join us daily to enjoy delightful welcome drinks, mouth-watering delicacies, soothing melodies in a relaxed atmosphere throughout the festive season, all at unbeatable offers. Plus, take advantage of our special holiday accommodations for a complete getaway experience. Come for unforgettable performances this and every Friday at Zong inside the African Regent Hotel from 6 p.m. And if you're in need of a modern equipped space for conferences, meetings, events, and parties, we're a call away. Call or WhatsApp 026-8265-385 or 0302-765-180. Make reservations today. Email us mkt@africanregenthotel.com. African Regent Hotel, simply Afropolitan. Nathan has some important announcements for you as well.
Yes, if you are looking for litigation-free land to buy, then you need to speak to Royal Kingdom Estate. They specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and so much more. They offer flexible payment plans, and they have affordable homes ranging from 2 bedrooms and premium furnished apartments for short rentals at East Airport. Call them on 0272 778880. Send them an email, info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams. It's time to maximize and grow your business exponentially. You need the Bisami app. So if you are a shop owner, seamstress, trader, mechanic, or an artisan, or a hospital or hotel owner, if you own a phone, TV, and house, and you want to sell all of that, the Bisami app is here. All you need to do is register your business, reach more customers, and watch your sales climb higher and higher. Download the Bisami app on the Google Play Store or the App Store today and unlock endless possibilities. Grow your business, connect with customers, enjoy success with ease. And if you are looking for a delicious snack for both kids and adults, try the Bell Moon flavored milk. It comes in chocolate and sweet strawberry flavors. It's perfect for any time of day for your lunch boxes, after school snacks, or a quick pick-me-up. For bulk distribution, call 0544 335 900. Bell Moon, it's mooliciously delicious as another quality product from Belacqua. And if you're sending money to the Gambia, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, remember, you can use the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, or the PAPS, and you can send and receive money from all these countries for business and personal reasons. All you need to do is visit any First Bank Ghana branch nationwide with your cash, and your money is transferred in no time. And if you want to receive, all you need is a First Bank Ghana account. For more info on the PAPS, call 0596 921 921. And it's the season for connections, joy, and lasting memories. Just don't run out of data, because Telecel's fixed broadband has an amazing package for you, introducing the Too Much Christmas offer that gives you 150% bonus data for just 150 cedis extra on your current plan. More data, more Christmas magic. Simply dial *900# or visit telecel.com.gh to find out more. Telecel, connecting energies.
As the Citi Breakfast Show, 30th December 2024. We have a day more to the end of the year. We've come a long way. We'll take a very quick break. When we are back, it's a big conversation on what we desire to see, the Ghana we want, the attitudes we should adapt, those we should drop off, and what our collective desires are for our country, Ghana. We'll bring you updates from the electoral side of things. Some people are sending photos of some parts of Accra that's so filthy. Oh my goodness. And it has a Wache joint just next to it. My word. Don't forget we have a cholera outbreak also. Man. Did we make Accra the cleanest city in the region at all? Just to think of Africa. The sanitation legacy of the Akufo-Addo administration. Look, let's take a break. When we're back, there is much more.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
You're looking for a bank to rely on? Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we say to bank if no lie? Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking, it's in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. But tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed you, I'm like us. First Bank will treat you first. Treat you first. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank. It's the season for joy, laughter, and endless connections. With Telecel fixed broadband, you get 150% bonus data on your monthly bundle when you subscribe to our Too Much Christmas offer for just 150 Ghana cedis. Experience the magic of uninterrupted internet this festive season, perfect for all the things you love to do online.
Yes, 150% bonus data for only 150 Ghana cedis. Dial star 900 hash or visit the Telecel Play app or web to subscribe now and experience a holiday powered by Telecel's unmatched fixed broadband data.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Auntie can cook.
Dedo. Me did in an armament ground. But Dedo spices here what Jenny say. Nanya good taste. If we say you're the natural spices and you want all purpose, stew, noodles, curry and nutmeg and a jollof. Dedo spices. Taste yummy. Taste lemon. Dedo spices. Taste gay inside. FDIG a JD Kratoria too.
Hi, Aku. I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302-634-922. Toll free 0800-422-422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow, I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty. Are you looking for a phone that's built to last? Meet the Oppo A3 series with military-grade shock resistance. It handles falls without a scratch. It's the only phone in the 2,000 cedis price range with a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor for exceptional speed. With its fast charging, just 2 minutes of power gives you 1 hour of call time. Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with omni?
Oh, that's easy. Omnibus, omnipotent, omnibus. The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Radzi. You mean Omnibisic. OMNIBSIC. Omnibisic. Let me hear you say it.
Omnibisic.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omnibisic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omnibisic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omnibisic.
At your service.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
You could survive when you mama when you see you look smart. Hey, party masun and coffee. This year I am Padamadeno. Sika say ne baby. This year I am Yadamadeno. TV series is intense. This year I am Shadamadeno. Chapel Monday to Sunday. Software and Padamadeno. On our way to riches. On our way. Fire bomb poverty. Fire.
biggest conversation.
By the time they beg you, no going up. As I look for the money, as I follow the journey, as I call them a girl, you know they do. But time will tell you, poverty go away, riches come away. So I say, what I do go for my hoodie.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
TV series this is a shada man. Jump Monday to Sunday. South Shadi Abrabum and some new simple who rent who prepay the send the school fees in the Nisika. I bet you lonely who wedding reception and share betches so peace.
It's called Never Again. Kofi Kenata and Shatawale. Next year. Watch out, you're turn the gata one. Next year, you're paid the man.
Punching the hat. This year be wise. Most of us will touch and pre-design. Yeah, this year your family wife. Man, you're my side chicken. I don't know who's going to phone call you back. And the poverty die. Now poverty go die.
Kofi Kanata is spelling things. It says those of you are ignoring your wives and spending on your side chicks now. Next year, you're paid the man.
Now poverty go die. Yeah.
And I'm worried about the kiosks we have all over the city. Every pedestrian walkway is almost taken over by kiosks. Even in our prime areas, we are felling trees and the city is getting hotter and hotter. Our air quality is reducing, diminishing in its quality. You go to the central business district, you can't even breathe. Heat, can't say heat waves near there. No, we've not got into heat waves basically. But I feel that we can live in a better organized society. What we have is too chaotic, it's too filthy, it's not green at all. There's concerns also about lateness, you know. That one is all of us, we have to deal with it, you know. I've seen some messages. I'll come to Nathan and Natufo to get their gripe, what they want us to leave behind in 2024. And of course, there are some things that are nice about us that we must keep. What are those? We will bring you some of that. You've sent your text messages. I'm glad. I'm happy to see them. We'll be reading them. Some of you have sent what you want the next administration to be doing. I like it. Also, let us know what you'll be doing personally. That would be great to hear. 0549 986 996. You can send a voice note also. Just keep it under a minute. We'll be happy to play it. 0549 986 996. If you are new to voice notes on WhatsApp, when you go to WhatsApp, to your right hand side there's a microphone. You see that, just press and hold and say what you want to say and send. If you want to do that, to turn down your radio small so we don't get feedback, and don't take it too close to your mouth so we don't hear all those plosives, right? Good. I've seen some of your messages. I'll be sharing them, and then we'll bring you updates from the Supreme Court and what it means for some of the constituencies and their results. On the 27th of December this year, the Supreme Court recollated results for Okankwe Central, Tema Central, and two others. What does that mean? Ablekuma North, Tema Central, Techiman South. So the EC's declarations were overturned. We'll bring you reports from that. We'll bring you all those updates. and what the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has been saying with respect to some candidates, whether they are eligible to be sworn in or not. So if you live in a constituency that's been affected by any of these, let us know. In Dom Kwabenya, there's one particular polling station where we are told there will be a rerun. If you live within that area, if you voted within that area, I'll be happy to hear from you. But that's what Kofi Kenyatta says. He says never again. TV series, tin. No, this year you're Martin. Yeah. And those who come to work and they are watching movies. You'll be at work and they are doing things.
They are just chopping company data.
No, you're Martin.
It's not fair.
Yeah, and you're good. And you're good.
You see me? I keep saying that you own a business someday.
Yes. And people will show you Shaggy. They will show you Pepe.
You go here up.
I've had some messages come through. I'll read them and then I'll come to you also for comments on some of the things that we need to leave behind us. This one says, good morning, Caleb and team. We have to treat the level of filth in this country as an emergency. The whole place is stinking and dirty and there's total indiscipline. Come to the CBD and see. In fact, I did a report on the CBD, the filth, the chaos, the congestion, the stress. The next government has to institute a National Sanitation Day as we did in GM's first step. I really do not know why that was stopped. I mean, the first Saturday of every month, we all went down into the gutters with shovels and wheelbarrows and gloves and then tried to decongest.
Okay. The question I ask is, so we do all of that. Where do we take
dispose them?
Yes, where do we dispose all the things we take out of the gutter?
That was quite an issue where you have the silt in the gutters heaped on the street, and then the next day it rains and it goes back into the gutter.
Yeah.
We need to find very sustainable ways of cleaning after ourselves. And I want us to encourage the thing where we don't actually create a lot of filth before we have a national day to do that. Indeed, there must be a national day where we do that cleaning thing. Of course, when it comes to cleaning in Africa, the city everyone looks up to is Kigali, and even beyond Kigali, you're looking at other even villages in the place. They have national days, but it's an attitude also of cleanliness.
Exactly, and the thing with us here is that we are always looking for an easy way out. So we like the touch and go type of approach. Yeah. If you desilt your gutters, right, and you heap it on the edges of the gutter, definitely when it rains or even the wind, someone will walk past and kick something. It goes back into the gutter. I mean, listen, I can bet my bottom dollar that there's research sitting on a shelf somewhere
on what we can
gathering
use,
dust,
the kind of resource that this silt can
be. This is probably a mineral.
I agree
that we have no idea,
because these days they say we shouldn't say waste, we should say resources, because every waste is a resource.
Someone says, you see baller, I see money.
Thank you.
We'll be sitting here.
So there's a lot of innovation.
I keep saying that we don't do the research, and when we do the research, we throw the findings somewhere to gather dust. But if we are committing proper investments to our research, and we are making use of the research findings, you understand, and not putting square pegs in round holes, but appointing the qualified people
that should
on merit.
That should be one of the things that we should stop doing, right?
Exactly.
Stop appointing people based on tripod.
On merit to do the job. Oh boy, this place will be a better place.
And you know that there are countries that actually import plastic waste, for example.
Oh yeah.
Netherlands does, Turkey does, Vietnam, Germany, United States, Malaysia, Belgium. They import.
Listen,
the
most of
waste, especially when
the countries that produce what's this fabric?
What's it called?
The one used for the jerseys.
Oh, okay. I think
they import plastic waste
for that.
Yes.
You don't mean it.
Oh. I said we are joking in this country.
We are using it to choke our drains,
Yes.
And then when it rains, then the door looks like something
our
else
beaches.
again. And we are throwing money, Charlie. The beaches.
Our beaches, bro.
They say we shouldn't say landlocked any longer. We should say land-linked nations. So there are land-linked nations that don't have what we have here.
Yeah.
The beaches we have, our sun-crowned beaches, beautiful beaches we have.
No, but big shouts to the people of Keta.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You be there.
You go and try.
You
go and try it.
No, they will cut your block.
Go and try it.
They will just, there's a Caesars there.
Go and try that your thing, that your lifestyle. Take it together and see.
There's a
so why does it work there and we can't seem to do that?
I think that when the traditional authorities and local people own the initiative, it's more effective to run.
And when they are involved in the daily
the execution of things,
you get it.
Do you understand? So we need to let people take ownership of their communities. People should have a sense of responsibility and ownership. That if you are felling all the trees in this neighborhood, there's going to be a lot of heat. Yeah. And what are you going to be doing? You have to be spending money buying ACs and fans, and also you don't even have enough sustainable power supply or energy supply for all these things, you know. So there's a way in which our attitude and our behavior affects us in a whole, and we need to be thinking about that. Good morning, City. All that you're talking about in terms of the environment and time management is about our conscience. We're in a period of artificial derealization symptoms. Hey, Brofo, just visit Kuntunse Satellite, DVLA Junction, where people are selling in filthy and dangerous conditions. It's been a month. I'm still chasing Ga Municipal Assembly, where I have lodged a complaint. Ganyobi from Kuntunse. So he's basically reported of an incident, right? People are selling in filthy and dangerous conditions, reported the issue to the Ga Municipal Assembly, and absolutely nothing has been done about it. So
that every assembly is supposed to have a health and sanitation department.
Yes.
You see, so this we go back to consequence, right? How is it that local assembly is looking on? Is it that the local assemblies are not empowered enough? Do they lack the resources? Do they lack manpower? Do they not have the legal muscle? I believe that the local authorities have been clothed with enough legal muscle to go around and do some of these things. Because in any case, if my neighborhood watcher seller wants to set up, I think she has to get clearance from the assembly.
And I think every other month she has to take some They do some health thing with that vaccination. Or
so who is checking all these? You see, going forward, we need to do a lot and understand that the success of Accra as a city will be dependent on the successes of the local authorities. So which means that we need to amalgamate all these successes. So if it is Okaikwe Central, Ablekuma North, wherever, we need to make sure that in those little zones they are succeeding. Then we can chain all of that and see Accra looking better. We can't, one part of Accra can't look fine for the other to look horrible. So I hope that in 2025 onwards, and I hope that the new administration will think critically about local governance. I remember when John Mahama did the Meet the Press at the Kempinski. It was one of the questions I wanted to ask. I was really interested in hearing his plan for local government. What will he do to ensure
that the delivery of government services are more effective than they are?
Yes. You see, because like I'm saying, the success of Accra as a big city will hang on the little successes of these local authorities. Because if they can issue permits to the watcher seller to sell, then it means that they have the authority to go around and check if streets are clean, gutters are clean, and all of that. So the local authorities will have to think long and hard about their work, looking at the next 3 to 4 years, because we have a new administration that's incoming. There must be better work done at that level. And that will go back to something Caleb you said. Nana, you also made an allusion to that point. Employing the best hands to head those units, not because they know the tripod or they know the party or they help the party win an election, but you need proper people who understand what it takes to run a space, grow a space, and turn spaces around. Because we see that the spaces all over the world are changing. When you go to people's countries and you admire how lovely the place is, it's simply because there's somebody thinking about that city and is saying that this city can't look the same way.
It must not. It must not.
I had a chat with a gentleman in Tokyo, and I think we played that sometime.
Yes.
Pops, I think.
The Ghanaian who lives there.
Very good. He went there in 1989. He says every year since 1989, when he went to Tokyo changes. So the Tokyo I met earlier this year, if I go back at the same time in June 2025, it will look different. And the people I was with, one gentleman who had gone to Japan last year,
Yeah.
was with us. So we went to the same place he went to last year. We're trying to buy some stuff. And we got there and he looked lost. I asked him, what's wrong? He said, the place looks different.
It's changed.
And he couldn't tell what it was. After a few minutes, it struck him. He said, I remember this
Something
space
has
was
changed,
empty last year.
This wasn't here.
There's a building there. It's been put up so well that...
But even in that process, it's not destructive.
It's not this... Look,
so that you don't see
look,
concrete
reconstruction was
all
happening
over
in
the
Tokyo
place.
the day we landed. The city was functioning normally.
Everything was going on.
Everything was fine.
You know.
So we need to think about Accra as a city and think about how we can get it to look different.
Honestly.
We need to regenerate the city. Because
Honestly.
you drive around and you make a point about trees. Accra is hot these days because every 20 steps we are cutting down trees. We are not greening the city. When you leave your home and you even want a place to sit and think, you can't get it.
Everywhere
in
is
the year
concrete.
2024, how do we not have green spaces in Accra?
It's difficult.
How do we not have places where children can go and run around and be happy? How do we not have parks where you are stressed out, you just want to go and sit and enjoy nature? No, we don't have those things. So sanitation, running the city, and just keeping the city functional and dealing with waste. It's one of the big things that the new government will have to think about. How does it deal with waste?
Very important.
Waste,
very
plastic
important.
waste, because
Refuse.
Charlie, it's killing us. The poly bags
Why
are killing
haven't we?
us.
Why haven't we banned the plastics though? Why haven't we done that?
I don't know if it's because maybe we haven't
First use
found
or something.
alternatives. I don't know.
You know,
Because
you
I
will
remember
buy the bag that they will put your stuff in Kenya. There is no plastic. They've banned the usage of plastic, basically. I know the enforcement in Kigali is more stricter than it is in Nairobi. But if you bought anything and it went beyond a certain volume, you have to buy the bag to keep them in. So that if you don't want to spend another Kenyan shilling on the next thing you buy for just a bag, you go to the market with your bag. No, but here, Charlie, they will put it in some blue rubber and tie it in some orange and white rubber and put it in black rubber for you. So many. And a lot of the times when I'm buying anything, they give me the rubber. I'm like, no, I'm even driving, so I can just put this in the car. But no, people always want to stuff refuse, plastic. And we don't separate our refuse too.
No.
It's not a refuse conversation, but the refuse part is taking a bigger part of us because, Charlie, we are all not very happy about the look and feel of our city. This one from Pakwesi in Tema says, good morning, Caleb. This issue about filth is so disturbing. I live inside Arena Community 2. And now you know that.
Community 2, yeah.
Community 2. And he says that there is this woman who produces condo or something. Caleb, she will finish and just pour the water in the gutter and not wash it. And the whole place will be smelling, Charlie. We've gone to the sanitation on several locations, but they've done nothing about it. It's terrible. Please, those of you who are officers in the district assemblies, municipal assembly, what is the challenge? Is it that you are not well equipped, you are not resourced, you don't have enough staff strength, or what? Because I'm seeing a lot
or
of...
is it that they have the same mindset as the people causing the harm? And so they don't see anything wrong with it?
Charlie, honestly, we have to review how we do this.
When there was when there was tankers, it's the same the department, right? The same sanitation and health department in the assembly.
No, I remember
that was doing the tankers work back in the day.
The first time of the Akufo-Addo government, there were hints that there was going to be a return to, Sama, but of course with an upgraded name and everything. But maybe Desmond Apia can tell me how this has been.
I think under Harry Cortes, there was some
Operation Clean Your Frontage and all those
some
things.
people were trained or whatever.
Yes.
What happened to those people?
The last time I checked, some of those people said they had not been paid their allowance or salary or something like that. Yeah. So that was Pakwesi from Tema sending that through. The pervasive habit of littering and failing to keep our environment clean is largely due to the inaction of our city authorities. Over time, citizens have been conditioned to accept such behavior as normal, with no effective systems in place to check or penalize offenders. If strict enforcement and penalties are implemented, people will adapt and develop better attitudes towards cleanliness. This change requires consistent effort and accountability from the authorities. Thank you. Get out. Kunake from Asofan. Send that through. Okay, Caleb. One very important attitude we should not take into 2025. Okay, it's important, but we should not take it there. is credit unworthiness of the average Ghanaian in both business and social circle. We should learn to pay and repay on time. There is nothing more annoying than being cash-strapped and the person owing you is chilling and not even answering your calls on top. Nene Ayuku has experience. No, Nene Ayuku is really upset. But this is very, very true.
It's true.
Look, when Ghanaians need help from you, the way they can distress you with emotional blackmails and things, the day they are saying, my point is, if you're not able to honor your pledge that, oh, I will return this on such and Saturday, at least let me know. You understand? Yeah. Let me know that, look, and it doesn't matter.
Listen, do you understand this I can't prove it?
Which one?
A saying.
Yes.
I know the Bobo Siam.
And you know, but it's bad. Honestly, we have to change.
It is very bad.
We have to change.
I keep saying that this borrowing and lending has destroyed many relationships, many friendships over the years. You'll be surprised that the person closest to you, when they ask for that money and you give to them, I don't know if it is in their head that you will be my guy, so this one I dash me.
Yeah.
But you see, you did not ask me to dash you.
Yeah. You asked for a loan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You came to
9 times
borrow,
out of
so
10,
I
they are the
lent
ones
it
who
out
even
to
they
you.
are the ones who even say that, oh, I'll give it back.
And Nathan, you will know this. 50 Cent has this mindset about borrowing. He actually sued a girlfriend of his after
Please,
giving
me
her
too.
money.
No. Why are you discriminating?
No, I know you are aware.
I'm aware. I know 50 Cent. Oh, but he sued his girlfriend.
Curtis Jackson.
For not paying back his
wow. He has a different mindset.
He has a
when
it comes to money.
Money.
But it's that thing. Parents, when during festive season, when uncles give money to their nieces and nephews, their mothers will just take it and they say, "I'll give you back." When I carried you for 9 months, where were you?
Yeah, but at that point, I mean, you don't pay utilities.
So your mother is using to subvent your bills.
Exactly.
I see.
Take it that you're on parental subvention.
No, but people should really learn to pay back when they borrow money.
No, it's important. People should.
It's important.
And people should be honest.
Yeah. We are not honest, man.
We are
the people who take.
So like the person at Medina, it tells you, "Oh, I'm at Accra Central. I'm coming."
MTN.
If
you
ask me for money,
those who've taken quick loan,
they don't pay.
You're asking to borrow money from me and I lend it out to you.
Yes.
Be honest about it.
Yeah.
You get it?
Maybe tomorrow I'll ask Ghanaians to tell me the professions they want, Me, I have a special message for mechanics and tailors and things like that. So maybe tomorrow we can deal with those who are in vocations, artisans, and I just have some nice letter for them. I would think about it.
Sometimes you're even afraid to call the mechanic
It's
guy.
crazy, man. It's crazy, man. I will brood over what to tell them.
But you are.
Charlie, no.
The scam of a mechanic, that fraud.
Hey, don't shout. Calm down. Reduce your voice. Reduce the volume of your voice. There are more messages here. So people are saying Ghanaians should be more honest and we should be credit worthy when we borrow. That's an important point we all agree with. Hello, Caleb. I think there should be more education on waste segregation, both to the public and waste collectors. Look, I separate my plastics from the rest of the waste, but the waste collectors get angry when they pick it up and insist I put it together. Now I send that through. This is so true.
Can you imagine?
This is so true. Pascaline Song, has a book, Letters to Nama, I think, Letters to her grandmother. And she wrote about her cultural shocks when she went to the U.S. and waste segregation was one of the big shocks. Like, they put everything together and then they just dump it there. And I think in what I read, you are surcharged for not segregating your waste. So plastics, glass, and organic waste, you must separate them by all means. But if you do all that and the people who are collecting it just lump it all together, it doesn't encourage you to do same. I think that's very true. So we need our waste collectors and the waste management companies to help us in that regard. It will be very important. Happy New Year in advance, Nathan, Caleb, and Tufor. Great job on transport conversation. Our leaders have failed us. That is why we all want to find our way out by buying plenty private vehicles to choke the road. Yesterday, I used 10 minutes from Greta Estates to Botre School Junction. Senegal has done speed train. Why can't Ghanaians do same? If our leaders want to leverage on only road as a means of transport, is there even more room for expansion? Ghanaian leaders must wake up and think of the citizens. Nana K sent that from Adenta. And I don't know why we also sit down for people to build on reserves that are meant for roads, and then later the population will outgrow the place, and you think
have
about
to go and pay for compensation to demolish their structures, and then you think about the political capital, and so you are unwilling to make
and
the
because
move.
while you're also doing that, opposition is trying to let the people know that when I come, I will undo it.
Exactly.
And we are in such a fix. Concerning sanitation, we should rather be promoting no littering. Vero sent that from Tema. I agree with you. Good morning, Caleb. My neighbor has the water waste running down the street. The water has destroyed our already very bad road. Okay, I'm sure he has a suck away. Yeah, his waste for sewer and things. They just connect the pipe and it's on the road.
Which area is this?
It's not mentioned, but I really don't know why we do that.
Maybe they should tell us the area and then we should talk to the assembly
really
to
don't
make
know
a
why
move. Because
we do that.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
No. Okay. Good morning, Caleb and team. Wishing you a happy, great year ahead. I am Liz from Nungwa. The first major step to embark on is national reorientation. If citizens are not sensitized about our value system, touching on our role as citizens, as a country, we will still be marking time. All of us have to change our mindset about Ghana when it comes to corruption, sanitation, patriotism, work, religion, politics, family life, and laws, etc. Our challenge is not only corruption, but the rot in our system. Deviant characters are doing all sorts of things, destroying street lights, stealing metal covers from the roads, stealing cables and wires, reckless driving, destroying road fixtures, galamsey, destroying water bodies, cutting down trees, pollution, etc., etc. We need rigorous change of mindset through public awareness creation campaigns, community town hall meetings, meet the people, get them involved, and seek their opinion regularly, and make them all part of the nation building process. You didn't add your name, did you? But this is a very exhaustive list of what we must be doing. Liz from Nungwa, thank you. Liz is touching on almost everything, and
I think I agree with Liz. More. I agree with Liz. We should be deliberate about what type of city or what type of country we want to build and what legacy we want to leave behind for the next generation or the generation yet unborn.
Yeah.
You get it? We should be serious about it. I sometimes pinch myself and I still don't get it. Why we have a National Development Planning Commission and I don't see any development anywhere. All I see are
coordinated development.
I see private buildings and skyscrapers coming up everywhere, and I don't think those are government projects. I think a government development plan or project should be well coordinated, well structured to first of all improve the city and the living conditions of the inhabitants of the city, and of course make the place properly habitable for we the citizens in these areas. You understand? Nkrumah had a 10-year development plan. Have we seen it?
It's a 7-year development plan. There was a 10-year. There was a 40-year development plan, which ended in 2003 or 2023. I think.
Let's go back to Nkrumah's 7-year development plan.
Yes.
Let's go back to that and implement 4 years out of the 7.
And that will be fine.
Let's see where we'll get.
We'll be just fine here. Achampon too did some. Everyone has done some, but we've not been very. It's not been sustained.
It's because when political parties get elected and they come into power, they like to go a lot more with their manifestos.
And so the policies don't transcend the political parties.
They don't transcend
the political regimes.
And our development is very short-termist. 4 years, 8 years, and we're done. A new guy comes and wants to do something else.
The election means so much, but we are not guided by a broader policy. And every now and again,
the winner takes all thing.
And every now and again, we are putting out, one plan after the other. We started. I remember when we're growing up. I don't know Tufo if you remember. What's the name? Vision 2020.
Vision 2020. Yeah.
And then we've done different things. The latest one is from the NDPs, and I was at that meeting when they launched it. I think 2057. That's really the plan. I think there's supposed to be 100 years of Ghana by then. That's 2027, 2057. Things should look different. I remember I saw the outline of the document, really good document. But the point is, will it guide subsequent governments? Will it factor into their own plans? That's the challenge, because with a government that is outgoing and a government that's incoming, new people will fill positions at the NDPC. So now, what will happen to what is or what has been put together, will the new crop want to work with it? Would they want to develop their own plan? Would they want to go in a new direction? That's the challenge. So we are wasting time and money doing all kinds of things, repeating efforts, duplicating things, and we are not taking concrete steps forward. Right? All we are doing is hopping around the same place with no proper, progress, with no proper forward march. So we will have to think a bit more nationally as a nation, especially the politicians. They need to ask themselves, okay, what is the broader plan? This is the broad plan. All right, so what can I do to move Ghana from point A to B, knowing that we want to get to point Z, all in line with the national plan. So if another party comes, they look at it and say, okay, party A moved from 1 to 2. How can we move from 3 to 4? Of course, in the context of our own iteration or our own plan or our own understanding of the development plan and the fact that we have things to do. So we should be guided by that broad developmental framework or paper or plan or document, so that when parties come, in addition to one or two things that they want to start on their own genuine original ideas that they want to implement to help Ghana progress, they are also guided by this broad plan put out by the NDPC. So we don't truncate things.
It looks like we've not had the discipline to carry out the plans and vision that we've penned over the years, because like I said the other time, we have a lot of our professional city planners, urban planners, and they consult for other nations who take them seriously. And then we come here, we put all the documents together, we don't have the discipline to follow them through. So I think that
it's the lack of commitment.
So you see, we've not even said much on the show today. We've not said anything today that our leaders don't know.
You see, as Nathan mentioned, right, Vision 2020, this was by Rollins,
NDC,
in 1995.
And 2020 has passed.
Exactly. And
we are 4 years after that.
The whole vision was to make Ghana rub shoulders with the likes of Singapore by 2020. Basically, that was it. And today we're in 2024. Who are we rubbing shoulders with?
Oh, we compare ourselves to Togo and we say we are doing better.
Successive
and we are always looking down on others.
Rollins have failed to commit to that plan, have failed to follow through.
No, we all have our own plans.
And
we do
see, if we
Ghana Beyond 8. We have a different plan.
It was going to channel the growth through the agricultural sector, link it to technology and industry.
Yes.
And this is what everyone else has been saying over the years.
No, we are doing 1D, 1F.
Wants, oh, God.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's difficult.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's really difficult.
Well, hopefully we'll get there. And I'm saying that as Ghanaians, we have a responsibility to demand better one of ourselves, so that when we are given less by our leaders, then we can hold them to a higher standard. Look, if your space is filthy, it reflects the kind of thinking and the kind of person you are. It reflects what you are made of. So always make it a point to keep your space clean. Then you will suddenly notice how filthy the city is. And if what we are saying sounds strange to you, then I'm sorry, but you are filthy. And it's harsh, eh? No, but if what we are saying is sounding like they are doing too much, it means that you are okay with filth, and that's what I'm trying to get everyone to avoid that. Let's not get too used to the filth and the stress. It can be better. It can be better than it is, and that's all we're trying to say. And I'm saying also that the lateness,
when you go elsewhere, you conform.
It's not cool.
So why is it so difficult for you to do same here? We understand that, well, the structures may be lacking. You understand? But for you as the individual, what type of mindsets do you approach these issues with?
And I saw the culture, Ghana for
that one day is true.
Jankeri.
I mean,
they call something. Jankeri. Jankeri.
You'd have to explain that.
Oh, they say, so, but you are I can't be teaching you, there's someone who defaults in paying their debts repeatedly. It's called Jankeri or the counter. You know what I mean? I'm telling you.
Okay, let me leave it there. But I'm saying that there's the behavioral change aspect.
We have a lot to do.
And for me, I think the very first step to addressing these issues that we are raising is the mindset, the attitudinal change that we are asking for. what you cannot do in your room, don't come and do it outside.
But if they are doing it outside, it means they are doing it in their room. You get?
You'll be shocked because you see, we still also have that perception that Abain dia.
Okay.
Abain beye.
And yeme papa dia.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
you get it.
Baku phones and that kind of thing.
So maybe
the mindset is that if it is mine, I protect it.
Exactly.
If it belongs to us, that I can destroy it and get away.
And that should be the approach to every other thing. Because treat every other thing like it is
yours.
your personal.
I like that. I like that.
And let's see how much of growth and development we'll see in the next 5-10 years. You get it? Instead of leaving everything to the government, and the government is, we know that, I mean, the government cannot, it has a lot on its shoulders, right? It cannot solve all our problems overnight. No. But we all have a role to play.
Which is true.
You get it? And I'm saying that this role, our first approach is to change our mindset and our attitudes towards some of these things that we're talking about.
Very important.
How is it that an area such as Tesano, a prime area, what we call the old money community?
Old what?
Old money community.
Old money community.
And in 2024, it's raining and somebody brings their garbage from their
house throw it into
the drain.
Oh, you don't mean it. In Tesano.
We have videos to show.
Oh, you don't mean it.
Videos to prove.
Are you serious?
I am telling you, Caleb.
Tesano.
So you see the thing, it's not about
it's not even about affluence or the plebeians or anything.
It's not about opportunity to travel. It's the mindset.
Yeah.
That's where the challenge is.
So we have to do a regeneration, eh?
Thank you.
And we must use every tool we have. Yes.
And that's where the buck will stop with leadership.
Yes.
There should be a deliberate attempt at re-engineering the thinking of the average Ghanaian.
Very true.
And that's where community forums and some of these local sessions, these town hall meetings are pretty important. That you engage the people deliberately, because you have a sanitation ministry in this country.
You do.
You should engage the people on the pros and cons. Something like this cholera outbreak. Why are we not taking advantage of it to preach
actually
sanitation to the people?
On a massive public awareness campaign? We've not done that. Nothing of that sort.
In 2024, we are recording over 4,000 cases of
and
cholera.
People are actually dying. There have been
casualties.
casualties.
To cholera.
Yeah, they say crises are moments for change, but we've even looked down and seen this cholera thing pass through our hands. I'm sure it's not too late. Ghana Health Service, this one, I don't know what you've been doing at the district levels, municipal levels, but we really need to have a very aggressive campaign.
They are doing
nationally.
vaccination. And that is where the problem is. We are
doing the curative and not the preventive.
We don't do preventive. We don't do preventive in this country, and that's where our biggest. That's for me. If you ask me, that's the bane of our development.
Yeah.
We always wait for the thing to happen.
Yeah.
And then we are pushing things around.
We are looking for cure.
And I think we won't solve it.
No, we are not solving it deeply. We are just doing cover up, and we are fine. There's another thing I will mention, but let me bring some of these comments through, and then we will get into the election issues. I'm sure some of our listeners care about. Good morning, Caleb and team. Please, Ghanaians should be honest to their employers in time management, especially the deacons and deaconesses in the office. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Who are the deacons and deaconesses in
I
the
don't
office?
understand. You have to explain. Are you saying people are using work time to do work? Wait. You say consensus. You didn't explain, so I'm not going to read meaning into that.
No, people use work time for other things unrelated to their work. People use work resources for other things
unrelated to work
so
stuff.
That's what they're talking about.
Right, that's fair.
Maybe the deacon and the deaconess have gone out to evangelize when they should have been in the office working.
Oh, no, but their work can do the evangelism while they are working, because your secular work has sacred value.
And doing your co-curricular or extracurricular activity on the side, that's fine.
Let me bring you this message.
Don't spend your productive time, what you are being paid for, to be doing other stuff.
Hello, Tufo.
It's not even fair.
Hello, Tufo.
Hi, Caleb.
Our sanitary issues are cultural. Okay, someone has taken it another level. Our sanitary issues are cultural. In a typical Ghanaian home, you dirty the house and you sweep the next morning. It is the responsibility of the young girl to do that. And if she refuses to do so because the house is not dirty, she is termed as lazy. The only solution is to get those who will sweep every morning to go down to our educational system to teach our kids that it is normal to not sweep because it is not dirty. We blame our leaders, but we that are concerned keep rubbish in our pocket till we get home. Okay, I get your point. Thanks for sending that through. It means that we need to deploy all the avenues, whether school, whether church, whether media, public spaces. We need to be using all those spaces we have to be teaching people. For example, if you're in the trotro, there are times that they use some of the spaces. They sell advertising spaces in the trotro, for example. Let's use these spaces to remind people that, look, keep the environment clean. If there are billboards and we take rates from the advertisers, let's also encourage them to use some of those spaces, to put out issues on corruption, on overspeeding, or no, not overspeeding, excessive speeding or inappropriate speeding, on cleanliness, on all the virtues or values that we wish to see more in our society. We are talking about these some more because we want to see a lot of it, and we're encouraging you to commit to them. I saw a message earlier. Someone asked, why doesn't Citi launch a campaign against filth as we did on the war against indiscipline? Okay, food for thought. The Galamsey issue, though, I'm sure it will come up sometime soon. Right now, we are doing transition and things. Good morning, team. Have you observed the tipping of refuse on the floor at collection points before reloading into dump trucks? Check circle, telecell. Yes, we've mentioned this at the tiptoe lane. That happens a lot, and we don't really understand why we tip refuse onto the floor and then later do it. Okay. So Delali Kumoji of Katamanso is the one who is asking why we don't consider a campaign against filth, just like we did on the war against indiscipline. Good morning, Caleb. When are we going to stop counting the number of carnage on our roads? I'm a worried heavy road user. Every year they release numbers which run into thousands and go to sleep without any effort to deal with the cause. We should be serious about human lives. Well, for J in Akwiteman is not happy about the carnage on our road. Someone says that Ghanaians are very spiritual because, Charlie, moving from your house to the next door and coming back is a miracle because the system doesn't work. But when we go elsewhere where we are very sure that the system is going to work, then, things change. So when you're moving from Accra to Surum, someone has come to the bus. Let us pray, because then you are not very sure the car, first of all, is good.
You
the driver,
haven't heard that Ghanaians are magicians.
I'm telling you don't know what has entered the driver's bloodstream. You don't know how the road is like. It's some way. Ghanaians will never change. We need our institutions and structures to work. The same Ghanaian travels abroad and becomes law-abiding because they know the system will bite them. George from Airport City send that through. We need to have examples, right? We need to start from somewhere. Caleb, this government has established recycling and waste management plants, which must be commended. One I know is at Ashaiman. It is the attitude of Ghanaians that must change, else nothing will change. Vero again. Mr. Host, please, it is possible. Nah. He didn't add anything else. Mr. Host, please, it is possible. We agree. That's why we are pushing for it to be manifest. We want Ghana to be cleaner and greener and better, and it is possible. I agree with you. It's good, so it means that we have to put our shoulders to the wheel. Good morning, Caleb. I live in Medina. Reds, my hot area are my neighbors. They've also been discharging wastewater onto the road. I've called the attention of the authorities to it a few times already, but it continues. Could you please help get the attention to this in my area? So in Medina, Reds, Maya Hot areas, they are discharging wastewater onto the road. Brothers, it's in Ghana that you see masses of people get on the street to protest against bad governance and leave the protest grounds full with debris, food and sachet water. Can you imagine that?
One thing that should not enter 2025
Can you imagine? When you do protest, you do demonstration, clean after yourself.
Simple.
Otherwise, we also protest against you.
The Stop Galamsey Now protest that was on.
Yeah.
The organizers did a good job.
They cleaned after themselves.
Yes. So I remember, I think halfway through at a point they stopped, and then anytime people bought water, so they stopped for a break, and then people were drinking water. There were volunteers, about 10 to 15 of them, going around with big bags, collecting all the empty water bottles and all of that.
Strategy should solve all these problems. You know, you're demonstrating from point A to point B. Between point A and point B, you can designate 4 or 5 stops where a vehicle will bring water to protesters. Same vehicle collects
the
empty
refuse,
bottles or sachets, and that's it. It meets you at
another
the next designated
point.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you don't leave a trail of filth
all along.
After protest to stop.
I said there was an embarrassing moment where we went out in the sand dunes, and you know, we had this ride in the sand dune. Then we went to this oasis. We served us. There was a platter of food. They gave us everything, and then the people tied plastic bags on the door of the vehicle. And there were signs, visible signs in the sand dune that they don't do pollution, they don't drop waste here and things. We were Ghanaians. And our host, Namibians, they told us. And the signs were there. But after the platter and everything, okay, so people drop the tissue in the polythene bag and all those things, but people dropped toothpicks in the desert. Toothpick. The people picked them up and said, no, in Namibia, we don't let it.
Thank you.
It was so embarrassing. Just a year in Ghana for the year fee, I suffering crying. And the idea called Valfis Bay on
anything at all.
Through
anywhere. Indiscriminate disposal.
We must do better.
I mean, it's quite worrying.
We must do better.
And you know one disturbing thing? You know, at a point there were bins placed at vantage points across the city.
People will litter around the bin and leave the bin empty.
Somebody has taken the bin home. You say what?
What do you go for?
Somebody has taken the bin home.
No.
Because they believe that it's their money.
Oh, it's going to use to store water. What kind of life is this? No, you cannot do that.
So you see, guys, it all comes back to the attitude.
We have to do better. We have to. We really have to do better. And we are saying this, repeating them, and re-emphasizing them, so that leadership will make it a mainstay. Because the state of your environment is a reflection of the state of being of the people. It's just as simple as that. Your city can't be stinking, filthy, and every day the other thing people do, they're always burning. I don't understand. People are always burning plastics. So if you have a little baby in the house, someone is just burning somewhere, and everything is coming straight to your door.
I don't know who told them that it's okay. The evening is the best time to burn.
I don't get it. They're always burning.
The evening that everyone is back home and is looking to rest for the next day.
That's why you are burning your refuse. Challenge, sir. If you have been doing that, shame on you. Stop it. I will take a break. When I'm back, I've not spoken about some of the things we do that is great. And some things I think that we all need to learn, at least.
And the things we need to drop. Yeah, I have a very worrying...
we've not finished on that one. Oh, tell me what... Tell me.
There's this thing that we need to stop.
Yes.
It's...
tell me.
I mean... I don't have anything against raising funds for the sick.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, people need help.
Yes.
Genuinely, people need help.
Yes.
And that is fine.
Yeah.
But have you noticed this trend of people coming to the roadside, displaying pictures of all sorts of ailments, all sorts of conditions? They can even bring it as close as your
right by your window.
I mean, your window. And sometimes the things they display.
The people who are unwell, they are also by the roadside.
The person is not well, and you're keeping the person seated by the roadside at the mercy of the sun, the scorching sun. And sometimes the kind of things they will show.
Yeah.
I mean, we understand that people need help, but please, you don't know what condition I'm also in while in that vehicle.
Yeah. And that could trigger things.
And you have no idea what phobia I have.
Yeah.
You have no idea my mental state at the point that you approach me with this.
Let's pin this down to authorities. Which institutions are responsible for, checking some of these things? Because sometimes we have the conversations, we don't mention that, and they are listening and they are just standards authority, or they are not.
Local assemblies should be able to check some of these things. The local assemblies, and then if there's a social welfare department, they should be able to check
sometimes children.
It's not. And sometimes it's as early as 7 a.m. You're driving your kid to school.
Yeah.
And the kind of ailment or condition they are showing to the child in the car.
We have to stop that.
Oh no, I don't think it's right.
We have to stop that.
I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair.
That's true. We need the institutions that are responsible to deal with that. And I'm thinking probably another time we'll have another conversation about some of the state institutions. Some of them, when you go for public services, their attitude is terrible. Yeah, and I also think that sometimes our reaction to customer service when we don't know people is very bad. So I've been to places and people say, "Oh, Caleb," then they are so nice. Then you go somewhere they don't know you. Charlie, you are paying them for a service. I'm giving you money for an exchange of value. Send your baby I
have an experience, but unfortunately I cannot share. This is just this past week, and it's a life and death matter.
You don't mean
it. And when calls were made, for a health professional to retort that, hey, mami sa Caleb, this Ghana. If
you don't know anybody, people don't know you, and you don't have money, they treat you with a lot of disdain. It's not nice. Honestly,
I've been messed up in the head throughout the week.
Just said they didn't know you, so they will treat you anyhow.
They could not deal with the situation and will not transfer this person until they say whatever. Flimsy excuses. The thing is above you, and it's an emergency, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And when we came through, they are saying, "Hey, na mama,
they say, I feel like they are when you just died." We have a lot to change. We have a lot to work on. We'll take a quick break. You can share your experiences also. We'll take this break. When we are back, we'll continue from there.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
OneXBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at onexbet.com.gh with promo code GHFREE to get a 300% welcome bonus. Bet to the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions are already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Big is better. Broom is best. Happy moment starts with Broom. Buy one and get one free. It is Broom. Up to 25% discount. Buy an LED TV and get another TV for free. Buy an air conditioner and get a ceiling fan for free. Simply ask of Broom. There is more for everyone in Ghana. Free gifts and more on Broom freezers, refrigerators, and many more. Rush to your nearest Broom dealer or 0800 100 247. Broom leaves you with a smile.
This Christmas, let the road you travel lead you to a place where comfort meets magic. Welcome to Peduasi Valley Resort, where the ultimate Christmas experience awaits. Indulge in a relaxing massage at our luxurious lavender spa or revitalize yourself with a refreshing workout at our fitness center. We promise the most rejuvenating Christmas ever. Savor sumptuous continental and local breakfast options to begin your day right. Our lunch and dinner buffet with the live band music offer the finest Christmas delicacies to make your festive season unforgettable. Don't miss our special Super Soul night and DJ night with friends. Ready for some adventure? Explore our zoo and playground where fun knows no bounds. When it's time to wind down, take advantage of our special room packages available exclusively this festive season. For reservations, call 0540 125 555 or 0540 125 554. Peduasi Valley Resort. Live life.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
I see a wondering Charles Amon, Sister Usubai. This one is going for the sisters, the Ghana sisters. They will take Mumusa, Obeji Usa, Ghana, Musisa Musubai. 2024. Mwaji Mumu Ache. 2020 Mwaji Mumu Ache. I'm speaking on behalf of the brotherhood. And suppose you can't relate.
But I don't know which brotherhood.
But I don't know which brotherhood you are talking about.
Oh, this is but you don't know the brotherhood.
No.
You don't know the brotherhood. Oh, is it all?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, well, with Nathan, I mean, I can agree we might belong to a certain brotherhood. But for you and your brothers, I'm not sure.
It's fine.
Because you're on the other side. Let me
just read messages. Let me just read. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay.
But is this experience out of experience?
Oh no, the people have been confiding in me. Said they talk to me and things. So.
Oh, you counsel as well?
No. They sent me WhatsApp messages that since we are talking about things people should change.
They are sending it to you because
I'm hosting the show. Do you understand? Because I'm hosting the show,
they say I should use live patron.
They say I should use the medium. No, I'm not. I don't identify.
2025, some things must change.
A lot will change. Plenty will change.
Some things must change.
A happy birthday,
including your status.
Oh, my status. I always update my status on WhatsApp.
Continue updating.
No, I update my status.
Continue updating.
Yeah, so there's a message here. Happy
If
birthday.
no, but you see, if you change the status, you won't be complaining about this.
Are you sure?
Oh.
About which one?
But she won't ask for Momo.
Oh, no.
She go to work and come home to you, or you pick her up after work.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
You are taking what I'm saying out of context.
Ah, okay.
You understand?
So what do they take the Momo for again?
So Mr. Kofi Eduse, for example, today is his birthday.
Right.
From his wife, Carol, and children, Mame, Papa, and Nanaya, and also from all members of the Apostolic Church, C5 Tema, God's absolute blessings and increased favors on you on your birthday.
Very well.
This is a birthday wish to, Mr. Emmanuel Kofi Eduse. This one that Tufo is trying to step my money.
Juliet
Yes.
Aram Tefe is 30 years today.
Wonderful.
She's a nurse at the 37 Military Hospital.
Nice.
Happy birthday to you. This is from your brother Augustine of ABN News. Now, Augustine, why are you adding her pictures to the thing? Augustine.
No, he wants you to describe the picture through the radio. I don't understand why people do that.
I don't even have data. I can't download it. Yes, but Aram, happy birthday to you. God bless you.
Right. That's a good one. A cousin of mine took over a year to repay my money for a product. To repay for buying a product. I waited patiently and took something from her shop too and told her I'd take as long as it took for her to pay me. She's still begging, but I won't budge. This is Gilbert from Odan. Especially when your family and friends are buying from you, they want to do that delay tactics. They don't want to pay on time because they say, that kind of thing.
It's even worse when it's a service rendered.
Yeah, because that one day it's gone. You can't put your
tangible.
finger to it. That's true.
Yeah.
You've emceed some program they've not paid them.
Bro.
Do you want to mention their name or something? I don't mind.
Oh, I don't think I've moved on, so I don't think it's worth mentioning their
one
names
day we will
now.
just.
But one day we'll catalog them. And put their names out there. The people that we've emceed for over the years, those who did not pay at all, those who have outstanding balances and are pretending not to know, and are in town claiming Agbabola.
Meanwhile, they are chilling. That's the whole point. How much is money? Premium.
Odogu spender. Meanwhile, you owe MC.
You're not paying.
You do lavish wedding. You didn't pay MC. And you are in town.
Is this a Tema-based couple?
I don't know.
Okay. You do lavish wedding, you not pay vendors. But if you are looking for litigation-free land, contact Royal Kingdom Estate. They specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. With properties in prime areas like Accra and Ebri, land starting at 90,000 Ghana cedis. They offer flexible payment plans, affordable homes ranging from 2 bedrooms and premium furnished apartments for short rentals in East Airport. Visit us at Cantonment opposite Oak Clinic International School. Number to call is 0557 555 5909 0272778880. These are the numbers to call. Info at Royal Kingdom Estate is the email address. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams. Do you want to have control over your electricity supply? Deep Solar Ghana has you covered. 58,000 Ghana cedis only is what you need so you can go fully solar and enjoy independence from the grid. No more power worries, just peace of mind and savings. Number to call is 059 549 4113. DeepSolarGhana.com is the website to visit to learn more. Remember the number 059 549 4113. Empower your home with Deep Solar Ghana, where energy independence begins. Tufo has some important announcements as well.
Well, do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost?
Yes.
Do you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams?
Yes.
Enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards. On our campus. And for more information, visit www.lancaster.edu.gh or email us at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us at on 020-960-7008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Wonderful. Now it's that time of the year again, and Melcom is bringing the magic of Christmas.
Tell
right
me
to you.
about it.
From amazing discounts to exciting gift items, Melcom is your one-stop shop for everything you need this festive season. Melcom has all you need to make this festive season extra special for you and your family. So don't miss out on our special holiday deals coming your way very soon. Make sure to spread the cheer and share the news. Melcom, where Santa.
Oh, Santa
shops.
Right. Santa's shopping at Melcom.
Now, are you ready to boost your viewing experience? Then Showmax is your best bet. With the latest blockbuster movies, popular international and local series, kids shows, and the Premier League, Showmax has it all and more. And with many payment options, signing up is as easy as ABC. Just visit www.showmax.com. Follow the prompts and pay with MTN Momo, Visa, or your MasterCard, and you're good to go. Stream all your favorite content from the comfort of your home or on the go. And for the binge watchers, Showmax has got you. So go ahead and add a little more to your viewing experience. Showmax, streaming for Ghana.
Deep down I was alone. Now we be on family, she reject us too. Obi a me my head to the I didn't know I could run to. Oh, I was alone now. Yeah, me for to be on person when they me be shabum na ya fraud and so lose. Oh, I understand. Tina they watch them you do be an fake as one. And so my shot down for a friend who is so here. I know they are what you got and we fire. So the was some more. I didn't want to all my friend. Mama, yeah, my shot down for a friend who is so here. I know they have our man and they were out to the soul. Now, man, Umra me anki fita bina mi Ifri sayansa na yaba women in Nawani misami yakuna nimi yobina Enti wosu fra ujufu menye di Na ono na se waka ubinkabi Wabi your matamani space you go occupy In addition Jinidi your blessings go multiply Deep down I was alone Now be on family she reject us too
It's a nice one. I'm just hearing this for the first time, but I'm sure. Yes, honestly, I've not heard this one before. Beast Trap, eh?
Yeah.
Because there's Yesu. I love it.
KOTM.
No, I'm saying KOTM. Is that Tema Boy?
No, Busy is not a Tema Boy. No.
Okay.
No.
So is this drill or
yep.
What do you call it?
He does drill, he does trap.
Trap,
Yeah.
It's good I didn't say what I was going to ask.
No, but he's actually good.
It's good.
He's actually good. He's actually good. Real good. And he's put in so much work in 2024.
Wow.
I mean, great stuff. Great
Interesting.
stuff. Great stuff.
Let's soak it in some more.
Now when you miss me, I couldn't name me a winner. To also throw you for many things. Now on us, our cow being cabby. What be your matamani space you go occupy? In addition, Jinidi, your blessings go multiply. Deep down, I was alone. Now we'll be on family, she reject us too. Obi a me my head to dead. When they may be shabum na ya fraud and so lose. Oh, I understand. Tina, they watch them.
So it's called Yesu. Check this out. Beatstrap KOTM. Find it on Spotify, YouTube. Go push him. It's a good work, yeah. Say it again.
Edwin Eshon.
Edwin Eshon, that's his name. All right, and he calls himself Beatstrap. So Beeztrap. Right, go find him, push him. It's giving me some Paluta vibes though. Yeah.
Yeah. You get that. He's got this other one, Fly Girl. You should try that one too.
Fly Girl.
Yeah.
I saw me out roll.
This one's featured on a number of good tracks in 2024 as well.
Okay. Charlie, 2025 is your year. Obe hiti. Ana hiti dada.
Ogusu hiti.
Obe hiti.
Ogusu hiti.
O hiti mani titi.
Obe hiti mana hiti bi.
Aw yaho. Mama Yaba says, greetings CBS team, happy holidays. Please, can we have this discussion quite often once a week on liver to Yarifa and the filth at Zongo, Madina Zongo is always an eyesore. We have beggars at all major traffic lights and it's not a good sign. Look, I don't know what we are doing with these child street beggars, but it's getting out of hand. Yeah. I think there was a point that a former Greater Accra Regional Minister, banded all of them into a truck and then drove them back to Niger, wherever they had come from. And we've had series of reports in the Ashanti region in particular where child street beggars, there's been a huge influx of them from Niger and some of the Sahel nations. And I don't know, we are just sitting aloof and this keeps happening, aloof.
I wonder
it's
how,
what's
city
going on here?
You see, because if you are, say, at a municipal assembly,
yes,
you drive around. Most often, I'm sure you live close to where you work. But you see all these things. Beggars. And if you drive, you go to the cathedral traffic light.
They are there in their numbers.
All over.
Jolu, Fiesta Royale, everywhere. La Paz.
What are we doing? Why have we allowed this to be a nuisance? Because this is a nuisance. It's a huge security problem.
It's not a good one. Let me deal with some electoral matters.
Right.
And some messages have come through. We'll wrap up with them, and then of course I'm still on to my Jimmy Carter story. I love what I read, so I'd like to see a bit of that reflect in our politics. The modesty of leadership, the decency with which he conducted his life and times, especially after he left office. That's a thing that I think that we all can learn a thing or two from. But Fred Duho has been in court. The Supreme Court annulled recollated parliamentary election results for Kankwe Central, Ablikuma North, Tema Central, and Tichiman South, overturning the Electoral Commission's declarations for these constituencies. Now, the court, however, upheld the recollated results for Nsawama Dredgeri and Hafo Ano North, leaving them unaffected by the decision. The ruling follows the National Democratic Congress NDC's legal challenge to a controversial High Court order from December 20, which directed the EC to recollate results in 9 disputed constituencies. So, Fred Duho, report.
5 justices of the Supreme Court, led by Justice Gabriel Puaman, gave the applicant, the National Democratic Congress, the opportunity to present its case. Eduji Tamaklo stated that the High Court judge who granted the mandamus application of the NPP erred by not adhering to the principles of natural justice in hearing their side of the story. He further alleged that the judge exhibited bias in the ruling.
This court has on many occasions upheld the fact that a person to be affected by an order or a decision should be heard. My Lord, within this context, a failure to do that, my Lord, will be a serious affront to the rule of law, constitutional requirements, and the right to head the other party.
The Electoral Commission and the New Patriotic Party urged the Supreme Court to reject the applicant's request because the EC only sought the court's orders to carry out a constitutional mandate.
My Lord, the application that they exhibited, that they had an application before the court. What they haven't done conveniently is to also attach the ruling of the court. They have just exhibited the application. So yes, my Lord will look at it as an application. My Lord, there is an application because of the way the numbering is managed. My Lord, this is a discretion which a court has to exercise. It's a discretion. It's a discretion. And if a court exercises discretion, whether rightfully or wrongfully, the aggrieved party, if so minded, cannot come by judicial review. The nation should arrive.
After fierce legal debates, the court took over 3 hours break. Upon resumption, the court unanimously granted, in part, the NDC's requests, while dismissing others. Justice Gabriel Puaman read the court's decision.
Since the orders which have been brought to be quashed are separate and distinct, we have decided to exercise our discretionary power to quash by certiorari, having regard to the peculiar circumstances of each ruling. Consequently, we hereby quash the orders of mandamus made for collation of results by the Electoral Commission in the following constituencies. 1. Okaikwe Central. 2. Ablekuma North. 3. Tema Central. And 4. Techiman South. Accordingly, the collation of results in the above constituencies by the Electoral Commission after 20th December 2024 on the orders of the court are hereby set aside. For the avoidance of doubt, the orders of the High Court made in respect of Nsawam Adwajiri and Hafuanon North are not affected by this order, our order, and in effect, those declarations stand. Despite quashing the orders stated above, the applications for mandamus themselves are still alive and ought to be heard and determined. In line with our conclusion on this application, we exercise our powers under Article 1294 of the 1992 Constitution and make an order pursuant to Order 55, Rule 65, to the effect that the applicants herein are granted leave to file affidavits and statements of case in answer to the respective applications for mandamus which have not been quashed. No, which have not been quashed. Those which have not been quashed. They are still extant. Those which are quashed. Now, those which have been quashed. Sorry. Those which have been quashed. Yes. To file those which have been quashed as interested parties.
The lead counsel for the NDC, Edwiji Tameklo, and Gary Nimakon of the NPP also spoke to the media.
We are grateful to the courts. Mm-hmm. That's all that I can say.
Yeah, brothers, we are not fighting. You saw me hugging them and talking to them. And this year, they are not enemies. We are not fighting. It's a question of the brains. We are not fighting.
The parliamentary candidates for Tema Central and Okaikwe Central, Ebi Bright and Baba Sadiq, respectively, addressed the press.
We're grateful to the courts for heeding our request. The Lord has spoken. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and then to everybody in Okaikwe Central. Now you know, I'm still MP-elect for Okaikwe Central.
We're happy that our confidence in the law has, borne its fruits, and we're happy to go and continue. I think it's important that everybody understands that this is just the beginning of our work. And I think that this experience equips us to be able to represent all our people a lot better.
In effect, by the Supreme Court's decision, the Okankwe Central, Ablekuma North, Tema Central, and the Tishima South constituencies that were recollated and redeclared by the Electoral Commission have been quashed, and same have been directed to proceed to the High Court, where a different judge would preside on the case for the National Democratic Congress to be heard on this Audi Alteram Partem rule.
So that was Fred Duho's report from the Supreme Court's ruling over the weekend. This one, 29th of December. Now, following which there have been some updates. The Electoral Commission has declared a rerun of the election at Abukobi Women's Development Center 2 polling station in the Dom Kwabenya constituency. It's a decision that comes after the collation process for 367 polling stations concluded with discrepancies in 3 outstanding results. We have the Director of Training at the EC's voice, Dr. Srebuo Kwaku. He provided some clarity on the situation, and there are some follow-ups from the NPP side as well as the NDC, and then the Speaker has also been given some opinion or directives on the issue. So let's take Dr. Srebuo Kwaku's comments on the rerun of the elections at the Abukobi Women's Development Center 2 polling station in the Dom Kwabenya constituency.
We were given an assignment by the commission that from Dom Kwabenya, the report from the returning officers was that they have concluded collating 367 polling station results. They were left with 3 of the results. And the 3 of the results were brought later. And the commission rejected one of it outright on the sense that it was declared on a wrong statement of poll, because they use training sheet, which is not the one that they should use. So the commission has rejected one. So we tried to come and add the 2 and see what happens. So when we added the 2 based on their statistics, the difference between the 2 candidates is now 165. Then the one that was rejected, the total number of voters was 669, meaning that if you give that number to the second person, he will overtake the first person. So it means that you have to go and rerun election at that polling station.
So that's the justification that the EC has given for the rerun of the election at one of the polling stations in the Dom Kwabenya constituency, which is the Abukobi Women's Development Center 2. The New Patriotic Party has announced plans to engage its members in the constituency following the Commission's decision to organize a rerun. And they've been speaking to City News. Its Director of Elections, Evans Dimako, stated that the party is committed to preparing adequately for the rerun.
We had an IPAC conversation. The EC informed us that there are 3 polling stations outstanding. We've looked at it. What tells us now is that there's the need to rerun in 1 polling station. We are going to go back and talk to our base. This is an election the New Patriotic Party has shown a lot of maturity. We've really taken on board all those unnecessary confrontations from our opponents, but it's in the good of Ghana. The message from the candidate, Dr. Baumia, was that before, during, and after the election, there must be peace in Ghana. And it is what the New Patriotic Party is exhibiting. What we've gone through. Strangely, we have not been given the Form 1C, which is the collation sheet. Our colleagues have them. Thank God today we've gotten a copy. We are going to look at each one of them from one polling station to the other. Mind you, there are 370 polling stations. And so we are going to look at each one of them as they are represented on the collation sheet.
So that was the NPP's Director of Elections, Evans Nimako. However, the Deputy Director of IT and Elections for the NDC, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, has been raising some issues with the directive.
One total vote is 689. This one is a primary school mathematics. It's not algebra. So it's not logarithm.
You feel that the 165 is a decrease in your calculation?
Of course, they have problem with arithmetic. We are going to do the calculation and bring it back. We told them they should hold their horses. We are doing the calculation ourselves. Our opponents also pick one. They should also go and enter. We'll go and enter. Simple Excel sheet, and we'll get it. There's no rerun. She has won.
The EC just told us that there's going to be a rerun. Are you going to object to them?
Saying that they have a problem with their arithmetic. It's their own document. You remember when we did registration, they were doing wrong calculations. Corner draw people. I'm not surprised they've used corner. No, I'm saying we have won the election.
So that is NDC's Deputy Director of IT and Elections, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer. This has understandably generated a lot of interest and conversation. A message, for example, says, if this is worrying, if the EC official made an administrative error, why should that result in a rerun? Was there any problem with counting? The party agents and other observers there didn't record the outcome. I don't understand this, you say. You can share your views on this one, 0549 986 996, 0549 986 996, and we get to know what becomes what your views are on this one. But the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has been speaking on what becomes of the seats that have been, held onto, where the results have been held onto, and he's saying that parliamentary candidates whose results were annulled by the Supreme Court on Friday, December 27, are ineligible to be sworn in as members of Parliament come January 6. The Supreme Court nullified the recollated results for the Okankwe Central, Ablekuma North, Tema Central, and Techiman South constituencies, citing irregularities in the process. Now, this ruling followed a legal challenge by the National Democratic Congress, NDC, against a High Court decision from December 20, which directed the EC to recollate parliamentary election results in 9 disputed constituencies. So here's Speaker Bagbin.
To become a member of parliament, you have to be elected by the voter, and you have to be declared by the Electoral Commission. But you have to be sworn in by the Speaker. Until you are sworn in by the Speaker, you remain MP elect. So I was very clear in my mind that some of those re-collation and re-declaration were completely null and void ab initio. They were unknown to the law. And so they were not properly so-called MPs elect and not qualified to be sworn in by me. My clerk is here. We had those discussions. When I told them, they were all surprised. I said, yes, I'm the gatekeeper. The right thing must be done for us to be able to reset Ghana.
So interesting developments. We'll keep our eyes on these ones for you as you're already keenly monitoring as well. We'll see how it all unfolds, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it will be interesting on the day of the swearing in, or even the night, if you like it, to find out how it passes. I mean, this is from how the 8th Parliament
started off,
conducted itself, and to see its last days, and then the coming into effect of the 9th Parliament, the voting or the choosing of a speaker, who will subsequently have to swear in
the MPs elect.
The MPs elect, and I mean, already the lobbying is ongoing. We've seen several groupings.
And names have popped up. Yeah.
Interesting names have popped up. And it's not only at the speakership level.
Yeah, even at the majority-minority
levels, yes.
Agenda is ongoing.
Yeah,
lobbying and negotiations.
Strong campaigning going on for certain individuals.
Yeah.
For the positions of
minority
whip,
in particular.
Chief whip, leader, and all that.
The people will not show up for sitting, but then they are giddy doing this thing.
It's interesting to see. It's okay. One table stand.
Yeah, you know. We'll take a very quick break to fall. When we are back, we'll have a few minutes to wrap up. This is 97.3 Citi FM. Stay with us.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Ghana Post. Ghana Post. The most affordable delivery option for food and merchandise from Ghana to everywhere in the world. Connect with us today and see for yourself. Ghana Post. Smart, secure deliveries.
Coming package, no. In less than 5 days, Ghana Post, they make life the big. Ghana Post will deliver to you wherever you are in the world.
Win big! Just buy any Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics and appliances and stand a chance to win free TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, refrigerators, gas cookers, chest freezers, home theaters, small kitchen appliances, and many more. How to enter? Dial star 920 star 888 hash. Select option 1 to enter raffle. Select region of purchase. Enter item serial number and you're good to go. Increase your chances by buying more to enter multiple times. Follow us for weekly and monthly winner announcements. Terms and conditions apply. This is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform.
National Health Insurance.
Today, I will tell you why you need to have health insurance cover by the National Health Insurance Scheme. With over 500 medicines on the NHIS medicines list to take care of you and an extensive NHIS benefit package, the NHIS offers you financial risk protection against over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. These include the 4 most common childhood cancers: breast cancer treatment, oral and eye care, free maternal health care from antenatal, normal delivery, forceps or cesarean section, and what's more, postnatal care is also covered under the NHIS. Remember, members aged 70 years and above also enjoy free elderly health care and pay no premiums or observe a waiting period. Let no one tell you otherwise. The NHIS guarantees your seamless access to health care. For further details, download the My NHIS app from Play Store or the App Store, or simply walk into any of the NHIS district offices nationwide. Terms and conditions apply. Call us on 054-444-6447 or 0302-746-447 for further inquiries. NHIS, your access to healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
and I'm a doctor, and I'm a fear. Wash a shop so with the Wessie. My man tempts in the gate. Kofiabu, Tama. Tama, Kofiabu, Tama. Kofibakabu, Tama. Or the Tokabu, Kofi. Kofi menko, Sabasha na Kofi wo. Kofi menko, Sabasha Kofi wo. Kokona nena jina ninchanu pono, akroma lecheno. Abane Nigeria sinu Kofi, minyiwe bebro. Sama makaenti yo, sikantanta mini baby yo. Jumaden fanyi suban, nobra pai joula pan. Ay, sukuli yo Kofi. Yakusami yo Kofi. So adini yo Kofi. Kofi, Boba Kofi. Betty Benny Media, Betty Kala, Betty Janka Mama dear, they Kuju. Kova Zupa, Kudo, Baba Koma Meli Mejaleke, Bado de Bimawa, Kova Zupa, Kudo, Kova Goni Meli Mejaleke. Bado de Mawa, Bado de Mawa. Kova Zuka Kulia, Kova Zuka Kulia.
This is Kofi. No, this is Antiama and the album Kofi. Charlie, this is so soothing, man. I love it. This year, Kofi Kinata's concert happened, right? Christmas made in Tadi.
Yes, sir.
No, but the boy, the young man, he's really transitioned into a very formidable force of life in his, in his forte.
It was a wise decision, because a lot of these artists will sometimes come from a place, they make it big, and they rarely go back.
Yeah.
But I think he quickly figured out that reconnecting with the fan base there was a very wise thing to do. Yeah. And so he went back and he's done this Made in Tadi concert for a bit. And Takoradi, in terms of this newfound verve in tourism and all, Takoradi is also
a hub.
It's gained a bit of muscle with the Anchors Festival.
Yes,
and things. So for Kofi Kinata to
God.
have that as part of the calendar is an absolutely wonderful idea.
I think he's identified where his strongest fan base is, and he's taking advantage of the currency there. And I mean, it's beautiful to see the growth over the years, where he started the Made in Tadi concept from, and where it's gotten to now, inclusive of workshops, seminars
on immigration. And he's also brand ambassador with the IOM.
Get it? So he's taking advantage of all of these to put together a wonderful show. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Brilliant.
And of course, I mean, kudos to him. And the people of Tadi for supporting and holding Kenyatta down. Chawalenyi
move.
Oh, she.
No, you could jowly. Let me give you
kudos to Kenyatta.
Let me give you another one of Kofi, man.
As someone suspect, we need to pay as a bit. And if you are like you, I will know so how far. Miss Alpha, I will not for that city. Oh, Mr. Breakfast, if someone of money, Uncle First. Badi bia mede ne kapan ne fiere taka mobutu tapu buchu base brusa o mamusu ete tribia wesi ane na brofu ina bedi chubu awa woni dia nyam no pe no me do ko motia guess mi ne bia memia na so apempe mapia ameda wansami emi neba I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. Feel it. I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. Papa, fire dead last so I bloody Miscan citrus keeping on to my die hobby. They be on a believe time in the white member how margin. I'm out full of life. That's all about my man. Life in a shishi, I don't know life I am more shower from my mammy go cool. But here we Bemensu, now so much as she shima, no I didn't sue. We are see you soon, or Brana bomb Sakura, that way I too. Life in your clear, life I play, life I there, but you better play. I'm a that one send me a neighbor. I want send me a neighbor. I want send me a neighbor. Feel it, I want send me a neighbor. I want send me a neighbor. I want send me a neighbor. Papa, who's up?
The power
so that was
Kofi Citi 97.3.
So that was Kenyatta. You know, if I leave Odum, he's going to play everything on the album. But you have to find it for yourself. This one, for example, someone. Oh, Charlie. If you it's the storytelling in this one that really does it for me.
The thing about him is how he transitions between genres. It's just beautiful. One moment Kenyatta is rapping. The next moment is pure highlight.
He's doing some
the next time he's doing palm wine music.
He's doing some
dance
lovers rock.
Charlie. No, Kofi.
No,
I said June 2.
I think I saw Famia at his concert too, right?
Yeah, there were a few of the big guys. Kwakese, Big Strap was also there. Yeah, a few of the guys. But I see one thing about Kofi that you guys don't know. Kofi, this year, let's do stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah, Kenyatta is a comedian. He's a full-blown. Even during his concerts, he would take time and then just again.
Kenyatta is a natural.
With his Antiama narratives and all of that, you know.
And he's got stories for days.
A lot of it. Remember when
every single one of them.
When Otufo mentioned his song, when he referenced his song in one of his speeches with respect to elections and all of that. Hey, Kenyatta, he was in the US also. I said, Charlie, I hate it.
It's about 2 years ago. There was a concert. I was the MC. I introduced him, and he didn't know who did. Because the moment I did, I went off stage to the other end. He comes on, he's delivering. This time I'm back on the stage because I need to confer with the DJ on something. And then he turns and he sees me. Then he stops the performance. I
Oh, Charlie, rave master.
No, okay, that is a different breed, man. Kudos to you, Kofi.
It's top of the hour, but we can do another show on Kenyatta alone, man. I'm telling you.
A series on Kenyatta.
Yeah. Let me just do this again to Emmanuel Kofi Edusei, aka Ponice. It's your birthday. This is coming from your wife, Carol, and children, Mame, Papa, and Anaya. From all members of Apostolic Church C5 Tema as well. God's abundant blessings and increased favor on you this birthday season.
Papa Dio, so I said, I am a brother. Ejina mi fia, di fia. Iyena, ya bede waka. Tiyenine ma osilia. Ei no di kanu kopeli bia. Dala fela me de, ekwana de winti. Make I get the money, make I sell my shop, sell my things, below. When I'm a goddess, when I'm a beautiful desert, when I'm a madam Saba, I wanna have be share. Nakuji Minyamina, Nakuni Muluko Fiana, Nakusi Munja, no Yankwan baby obo, Yankuko.
Thank you for doing the listening. Keep your dial with us. Relevant radio always. 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Caleb Kuda. Nana Tufobo Ating was here with me as my big brother Nathan Neobo. I call your gentleman's gentleman. Shiba Araba Benin did production this morning. Many thanks to you. And to the man who says I shouldn't mention him today because he has told someone he won't come to work today. Good morning. Have a blessed day. We're out of here.
Now I'm bang the bensubi for my man, the bensubi bejabe. I come to come, I walk crossum, no house men. Yeah, say mama, who ye my Jewish. At a man, come out, so I denus. Lawyer wouldn't come to Wanyan, Ijamowada will be matching me. Sanayamin, who are you, but I say, you don't lay a cool. Samana Namabu. I am poor, I am poor.